starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, my name is Margo. I'm from Weymouth, Massachusetts, and you are watching the Astute Tourist Channel.
My name is Lacey, you're Miss Auburn's Outstanding Teen, and you're watching the Astute Tourist Channel.
Good morning, friends. Good morning. It is Monday, July 24th. How is everybody doing? Welcome back to me after a long weekend. We did not stream, obviously, on Friday. We ended up, we were a little busy. So here we are. We're back, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, as they say. Good morning to everybody. I am Jimmy, your astute tourist, and welcome to Cup of Joe Live. Let's get things started by saying good morning. Best sip of the day. That is tasty. I want to start right out by saying good morning to my mom. Good morning to Sharon, who is here. I'm sure it's going to take a few people to jump into the chat here. Realize that we're back. I did, Sharon. We did have a great weekend. I'll tell you all about it in a little while. But it is Monday. It's back to work, at least for me. And not looking forward to it, but we had a good weekend, and you got to get back to work, right? So that's the name of the game. Make some more money so we can go spend more on fun. So we're going to do some This Week in History. We're going to do talk about the trip. Let's talk about what you guys have been doing, what everybody's been up to. And hopefully you had a good weekend. The weather here is fantastic. The humidity broke last Thursday or so, pretty much when we were on our way out west. Well, west of here. I say west. It wasn't the old west, but west of here anyway. Good morning. It looks like we have 6 in the chat. Don't forget to hit that like button and share us out. Share us out, like, and subscribe if you wouldn't mind. I have to make a new banner for this every time. We're gonna find a way to get it to show up all the time, or stay saved into the I don't know, the memory, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, it's still hot there, huh? Have you guys gotten some rain, Sharon? We actually had a great weekend. It rained a little bit while we were away, but it was all during the sleeping hours, so that made it relatively bearable. We went to some beautiful places. So we traveled to New York this weekend. Mom says hot, hot, hot. What is that? No ice cream and cake? No cupcakes? Too hot? Yeah, so we went out to the Finger Lakes in New York. By car, it's about a 6.5-hour drive. By RV, it took us about 8 hours. The RV, especially towing the Jeep, you can't drive as fast as you can with the car. And it takes us a little time. Plus, here's the thing about driving an RV. You can't just take back roads and fast routes. You have to take roads that will allow for the RV to travel. So any overhead bridges and train trestles have to be tall enough. My RV is about 12 feet 6 inches tall, so you just can't drive down any road with the thing. And then pulling hills, especially with a load on it, like pulling the car, that was a little bit slower. Pulling the hills, you got to drive like that was a mistake. Okay, you got to drive like you're driving a tractor trailer. Sharon says barely had enough rain, didn't even wet the ground. Hi, Cheryl. Good morning. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming in. We are back after the long weekend. We were going to stream Friday morning, but we were just so excited to get started on our fun that honestly, it didn't cross my mind until later that day. So we went to Watkins Glen. I don't know if anybody's familiar with Watkins Glen, New York, but we drove out there. Like I said, it took us about 8 hours or so. See if I can show you guys some stuff. Pull up some images here. So Watkins Glen, if you're a race fan, it's famous for NASCAR. They have a big NASCAR race there. And all right, here we go. All right, so let's pull up some photographs here so we can see them. All right, so Watkins Glen, it's famous for race cars. And I still haven't figured this out yet. This EV Mux. I'll get the hang of it. Here we go. So Watkins Glen International Speedway, International Racetrack. There we go. It's famous for NASCAR racing. I'm not a race fan by any means. We did not go there during a race. That's not the reason why we went there. I was hoping I'd be able to interact with this. I don't know. Is that working? Okay. I guess you guys can see me doing that. Yeah, okay. All right, so it's also famous for the Finger Lakes, which there's 7 of them, and these lakes are long. Let's see. All right, so here's the area here. So this whole area here is Watkins Glen. See, okay, so you can see what I'm doing here. So we stayed at a campground, which was I don't know, somewhere on this road here. This is 114. We stayed at a KOA somewhere in this area. But here's the town of Watkins Glen. It's right on the southern tip of Seneca Lake. And you can see it. It is it's big. There it is here. This is Seneca Lake. And the big thing with Seneca Lake is is the wine. We went there for wine. Dawn is here. Good morning, Dawn. Good morning, Charlie. Good to see you guys. I'm just looking through to make sure I missed anyone. I just put up the Cypress Rally and vintage car shows on my other channels. I've been there again, like you, not for the race. Okay, Charlie, yeah. How'd you like it? It was a lot of fun. So like I said, we went there, and I wish I had more time. If I just had another day, because I didn't go to the state park, and there's the state park there, and we just didn't have the time to do it. I wanted to, but it didn't happen. So it is what it is. A lot of hiking, that kind of thing. But what we did is we went there for the wine. And if you like wine, some of the best wine in the world is produced here. So we started out Thursday driving there. Colleen worked until Thursday afternoon. And then while she was working, I packed up the RV. I hooked up the Jeep, which was our first time ever flat towing. So that was a little nerve-wracking in the beginning. And then we headed out. Had to pull over a couple of times in some rest stops just to check on things, of course, being nervous about pulling the car. But everything worked out fine. No issues at all. And we didn't arrive at the campground until about 10 p.m. So it was late, and we pulled into this KOA, and we were met by a friendly gentleman that they were expecting us to come in. We had called them and told them we were going to be late, and he met us at the gate and was real friendly and brought us right to our site. Of course, it was dark, and he said, "You got to get in there and get set up because we're expecting a storm any minute." And we weren't really paying much attention to the weather. It was dark out. So we got into our site. I unhooked the car, set up the RV, got the bump outs out, leveled everything, and sat down. And Colleen and I just made a drink, and then we could hear the rain beginning. And boy, did it ever rain. The wind picked up and the rain came down, and it was crazy weather. But thank you, Dawn. You're doing great. You're keeping up with the stuff I can't do. So it was crazy weather. Friday morning, we woke up and it was sunny and beautiful. No humidity, warm. I made some egg sandwiches, and we started our day at about 10 o'clock. We got in the car and we headed out, and we drove up this road here, Route 14. So let's see if I can zoom in. So on the western side of the lake, we drove up Route 14, and this was the first vineyard we went to, Lakewood Vineyards. Now, I'm not a wine person, but let me tell you something right now. I'm slowly becoming one. The wine was fantastic at this vineyard. It was really good. Apparently, the weather there is perfect for growing grapes. And they do a thing called ice wine there as well. So in the fall, when the cold weather comes, some of the grapes they stay on the vine and they allow them to freeze. And I guess what that does is that brings out more of the sugar, and it increases the sugar content in the grapes. Now, this is what I'm told. So I know nothing about wine. So if anybody's out there and I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. But they said that brings out the sugar content in the wine, and it makes for a sweeter wine. So I don't know. The wine here at Lakewood was fantastic. The staff was friendly. The prices were really good. So then after that, Colleen and so if you've ever been to a wine tasting, you can buy flights, they call it. And we tried, I think, a dry wine and a sweet wine. So we had two different flights, and what we did is shared. And good morning, Denise. How are you? Thank you for coming in. So we tried both the dry and the sweet, and they allow you to put it in your mouth and taste a little, and then you can dump out the rest in this bucket. Well, I think that's kind of sacrilegious. I didn't spit the wine out. I drank it. So, I mean, they only give you a little bit in a glass, but you drink 10 or 12 of them, that's probably a couple glasses of wine. So we found our favorite wines there at Lakewood, and then we bought a few bottles, and up the road we went, and we stopped at this vineyard called Magnus. And Colleen has been there before. She wanted to stop, and this one we did a wine flight pairing with cheese, and that was different. It was good. The wine there was decent. It's a little more expensive than the Lakewood vineyard was, but it was decent. And I also noticed that they were selling some local bourbon. So I bought this bourbon called the Cooper's Daughter, and it was aged in walnut syrup casks. I'm not sure what they use walnut syrup for, but anyway, it was good. So we we drank there, and then we headed back south. Actually, we went to another one. I don't see it on the map here, but we went to one called Castile something. And we drive up this road, this side road, to get to it. Oh, there it is, Castile Grish Winery. And we pull in the driveway, and there's like this entrance to a castle that you drive through. And then there's these giant dinosaurs and all kinds of like fantasy type creatures and stuff everywhere, and giant sharks and, like I said, dinosaurs and stuff. Well, it wasn't open. They don't open until 5:30 at night. So Colleen got some pictures of all the creatures in that, and that was pretty funny. So so needless to say, we didn't have anything there. So we headed back south, and we crossed over to the east side of the lake on this Route 414, and we stopped here at this Ryan Williams vineyard. And we went in, and that was a self-guided wine tasting. So you go in, they seat you at a table. They were really pushing us to buy lunch. And we were like, well, we don't really want lunch. We want to taste the wine. So we got two flights. We got their red and their white. And I think it was five glasses of wine on each flight. I say glasses, so they were, a couple shots of wine in each glass. So Colleen started with the red, and she did not like it. The look on her face was priceless. And she's the wine connoisseur out of the two of us. She knows wine. She didn't like it. And the more of the wine we tasted, we didn't like it neither. I mean, it was okay. I don't really know wine, but it was not our favorite. We were spoiled by going to Lakewood and Magnus, so it wasn't that good. We did get a chocolate chip cookie while we were there. They made the cookies were good. Let me catch up in the chat, make sure I haven't missed anything. So Charlie says, yeah, the Great Lakes wine is very good. Charlie said he had a good weekend barbecuing with family. Hey, Shirley, good morning. It's good to see you. Fantastic. Are you live today at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time? Yes, hit the thumbs up for me. YouTube only allows me the tan thumb now. Heads up, we have a heat wave. Smash that like. Sharon says, yeah. It was really hot, so you had a good weekend, but it was hot. Yeah, Shirley, it was not good wine at this one place. Good morning, Verne. How are you? Flying in. Good morning. You were up watching movies. Well, good early morning to you. Thank you for coming in. Good morning, Billy. So we're talking our trip to Watkins Glen. So we went to this Ryan Williams vineyard. Was not the best. So we ended up driving a little bit more north, and of course, where is it? I don't see it. It's not on the. It's not here on the It's not on the list here, but we drove north. Oh, here it is. Finger Lakes Distilling Company. So I saw the sign, distilling. What? Because as you know, I'm more of a bourbon, a whiskey drinker. So we pulled in there, and it's right next to the Damiani Wine Cellars, which we did not go to, but we went into the distiller, and it's exactly what it is. They make vodka, gin, whiskey, and bourbon. They make liqueurs, and they make grappa. And so we Colleen got a drink made with their gin. She really liked it. I got a flight of 4 different bourbons. And let me tell you right now, they do a good job. Finger Lakes Distilling Company. So on the list of bourbons you can choose, there was only 4 out of this list of about 30 of them that you could buy. I guess they're seasonal as they make them. And the waitress was like, well, there's another one on the super secret list if you want to try that. She goes, it's not on this list. And I said, super secret? What? Okay, I'll try that. And so it was a 70% corn, 20% rye, 10% barley, and it was, I gotta get it right, it was matured in a cognac cask. Let me tell you, very, very good. Smooth, little peppery. It was delicious. I bought a bottle. Of course I did. And then by that time it was 3:00. Oh, we did get a charcuterie board there because we really we had nothing except a chocolate chip cookie since breakfast. So we made our way back after the charcuterie board. So we've been drinking all day and, feeling pretty good. I could drive okay, but, good morning, Bran. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Let's see. That's right. Check each other out in the chat, you guys. Make sure that you do it right too. So we drove back south down this 414, and we ended up here back in Watkins Glen, and we ate dinner here at this Gerlando's Ristorante and Pizza Company, an Italian restaurant, and it was very good. We finished up. We figured all that drinking, we needed some pasta, had to have some carbs, and then we headed back to the campsite, and I got a fire going, had a cigar and a glass of scotch, and it was delicious. Everything was good. It was a good day. So that's all I'm going to tell you about really this morning. But it was a lot of fun, and we really enjoyed ourselves. So I'll fill in the rest tomorrow with the rest of the story. So that was Friday, our first day. We did Saturday, and then we came home yesterday. Needless to say, we were by the time we went to bed, yeah, we were lit. When we got back, Colleen was pretty lit, and I wouldn't let her go to bed. She wanted to lay down on the couch and take a nap. I mean, it was early. We got home around 7. And she's like, "Oh, I'm just going to sit on the..." I'm like, "No, come out to the fire. Come out and hang out with me." And she did. So it was a lot of fun. And you like my earplugs? Yeah, these are my Beats, Dr. Dre Beats. They're kind of old now. Had them for a while, but thank you. Let me catch up. Everyone's saying hi. It is coffee time, my friend. And here you go. Cheers to everybody. Cheers to everybody. If you get a chance to go out to the Finger Lakes area, it was a lot of fun. I'd definitely go back. I need to see more stuff. Us old guys get wiped out just driving out and about. That's true. We did a lot of driving that day. So Saturday, we ended up going around the whole lake. We drove around the whole thing. But I'll talk about that tomorrow. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I know Dawn's been doing a fantastic job. Thank you, Dawn. You are my moderator extraordinaire. As always, I appreciate you. But check out our store. Get yourself a mug, Cup of Joe mug, and you can get our regular standard coffee mug and glasses, t-shirts, and the like. Lots of good stuff. You can super chat us, which we appreciate. You can also go to our PayPal, which is paypal.me/The Astute Tourist, and 100% of those donations go right to the channel. So we appreciate you guys and appreciate your support. All right, so what do you say we do this? Are you ready for this? This Week in History. Okay, so This Week in History is brought to you by Revived Furniture and Home Decor, revivedfurnitureandhomedecor.com. I talk about them and I never show them, so let's do this. Let's go over to their website. We'll go right over here and I'll show you them for a moment. All right. There they are. So there's Revived Furniture and Home Decor. They have all kinds of all kinds of home decor. Their flowers, and you can order all this stuff online. They have a Facebook page, and you can go to their their website. They are having a sale right now. They're switching over from their spring and summer stuff and bringing in the fall. So you can get a sale there. You can also get 10% off your entire order if you go ahead and give them your email address. And their flowers, their flowers all look like real flowers and plants. It's unbelievable, the stuff that they have. You can look at some of the, let's see, here's some of the furniture that, well, I guess we can't pull up that, but they have all kinds of home decor. These are the things that they sell. And like I said, you can get all of this online and go right to their website. They sell bedding, and there's flooring. They do a lot of live events. You can, if you go to their Facebook page, you can watch their lives. They usually do them on Wednesdays. They should be starting up again, but they have cookware and bakeware and all kinds of stuff. We have this butter dish here. I have an in at Revive Furniture. But head on over and you can check them out. And they are our sponsor. So this week in history is July 24th. We're going to do this day in history. And we'll start right in the beginning, as far back in time as we go. In 1567, Mary, Queen of Scots, was formally deposed after rebellious Scottish nobles deserted her army at Carberry Hill and forced her to abdicate in favor of her 1-year-old son, James. Can you imagine? In 1783, Catherine II, or Catherine the Great of Russia, and Erikl II of Karthalania concluded the Treaty of Georgievsk. Swell. In 1847, Brigham Young and his fellow Mormons arrived in Salt Lake City, Utah, and they settled there. Anybody from Utah? Have you ever been there? Good morning, still in you. It's good to see you, my friend. Thank you for coming in. Has anybody been to Salt Lake City? I have. I've been there before. I'm just going back. Going back. Everybody is okay. So I'm all caught up. In 1897, Amelia Earhart, one of the world's most celebrated aviators and the first woman to fly alone across the Atlantic Ocean, was born in Atchison, Kansas. She was the first woman to fly across the Atlantic Ocean. How'd that work out for her? I think it was on a different trip. She disappeared. In 1911, led by local resident Hiram Bingham, reached Machu Picchu in a remote part of the Peruvian Andes. I'd like to go to Machu Picchu. Has anybody ever been there? Machu Picchu? You joined Streamlard, Denise. Awesome. So you're going to be going live soon. Hooray. Right on. In 1915, in one of the worst maritime disasters in American history, the passenger liner SS Eastland capsized in the Chicago River, killing more than 840 people in Chicago. I wasn't aware that ever happened. You've been to Chichen Itza? Yeah, me too. Chichen Itza is pretty cool. Then we swam in a cenote. Amelia disappearing is now thought to have been more dubious, as a later photo and other evidence shows she was still about. still about? Didn't they find something on an island somewhere they thought may have been her remains? In 1923, the Treaty of Lausanne, the final treaty concluding World War I, was signed at Lausanne, Switzerland. Lausanne. Forgive my pronunciations, they're terrible. In 1944, Soviet forces liberated the Majdanek concentration and extermination camp on the outskirts of the city of Lublin, Poland. Thank God for that. Atrocities that those people dealt with. We went to the cenote, but I didn't feel up to jumping in. Still, yeah, I did a video if you want to watch. I put on a PFD because I was trying to film, so I didn't want to struggle while I was trying to film it. It was a lot of fun. I wish we had more time. But at least I can say that's off the bucket list now. So we also went to Tulum. We took another trip and went to Tulum, which is another Mayan ruins, and we swam in the Gulf over on that side. I'm on a red light. Oh, okay. You're in traffic. They wouldn't let us take in cameras if you went in the water. Really? I used my GoPro. Maybe I just didn't ask permission. When we went to Chichen Itza, though, I had to buy a pass in order to film. That was a scam. Well, it was like $3. But still, I mean, really? People want to take pictures and you're going to charge them? Whatever. In 1959, Soviet Premier Nikita Khrushchev and U.S. Vice President Richard M. Nixon engaged in the kitchen debate, an American exhibition in Moscow. In 1969, American actress and singer Jennifer Lopez, who was one of the highest paid Latina actresses in the history of Hollywood and later found crossover success in the music industry with a series of pop albums, was born. 1969, Jennifer Lopez. Any Jennifer Lopez fans out there? Water falling in, and it's a lot of fun. 1974, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that President Richard M. Nixon had to provide transcripts of Watergate tapes to Special Prosecutor Leon Jaworski. J-Lo was born in 1969. That's depressing. Yeah. In 1998, the World War II drama Saving Private Ryan, starring Tom Hanks, was released, and it became a critical and commercial success, earning 5 Academy Awards, including Best Director for Steven Spielberg. Has anybody watched that, Saving Private Ryan? It's a fantastic movie. Not a big Tom Hanks fan, but I'll tell you something. It's a great movie. Really good. It's almost like being there, I guess, the closest you could be to being at Normandy. Scary. Talk about horrifying things that those guys went through. In 2005, American cyclist Lance Armstrong became the first rider to win the Tour de France 7 times. However, he was later stripped of all his titles after an investigation revealed that he was the key figure in a wide-ranging doping conspiracy while he compiled his Tour victories. He was doping to get better and win. In 2013, American sex researcher and therapist Virginia E. Johnson, who, with William H. Masters, formed Masters and Johnson, a pioneering research team noted for their studies on human sexuality. She died at age 88 in 2013. American sex researcher and therapist. And she partnered with William Masters. What do you think they were doing? What kind of research were they up to? What do you suppose that was all about? Thank you, Don, for sharing that. Yeah, if you go to the link, you can see our trip to Chichen Itza. It's a lot of fun. I'm into all that history stuff, as you can tell. We're doing history right now. In 2020, American TV personality Regis Philbin, who is best known for hosting the talk show Live with Regis and Kelly, and the game show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? He died at the age of 88 in 2020. Notable birthdays in 1802, Alexandre Dumas Pare, French author. 1897, Amelia Earhart. 1963, Karl Malone, American basketball player. 1964, Barry Bonds, the American baseball player, was born, and we said in 69 it was Jennifer Lopez. And born on this day in 1963, Julie Crone, American jockey from Benton Harbor, Michigan. And then in 1917, starting to talk like Sean. Need another sip of coffee, I think. But in 1917, beginning of Mata Hari's trial, Dutch-born dancer and a courtesan, Mata Hari, whose name became a synonym for the seductive female spy, went on trial this day in 1917, accused of spying for Germany, and was subsequently found guilty and shot by a firing squad. Her trial began on this date in 1917. So there you have it. There you have it. This Week in History. And don't forget, This Week in History is brought to you by Revive Furniture and Home Decor. Check them out at revivefurnitureandhomedecor.com. You can go to their Facebook page and check out their live streams. They do all kinds of sales. They have a Shopify store. You can buy all kinds of good things there. So thank you for that. And I know that they appreciate you. Go if you go over to their website or their Facebook page, tell them Jimmy the Astute Tourist sent you over. We would appreciate that. That'll let them know that I am plugging their channel. So Angie is here from Bariatric is Around. Good morning, Angie, or should I say good afternoon to you. Thank you for coming in. It's good to see all my friends, Bernie and Angie and Dawn and Charlie and Denise and Shirley and Bama. Everybody's here. It's good to see you guys. I appreciate you after the long weekend we had. Sharon says, beginning, she's saying to Dawn, new beginnings. Jackson just turned 9, July 10th. So, yeah, I'm ready to spend time with my nephew. Right on. Happy birthday to him. Angie says, good day. If you haven't been over to Angie's page, you got to go over to her channel. I've said it before. She is one of the cutest, most bubbly, happy people I've ever met. She's awesome. And she chronicles her life over in Germany with her and her family and some of her travels in that. So check out her channel. Yikes, Shirley, I'm not even posting that. Who are we talking about? Talking about Jennifer Lopez? All right, Jackson's wants to go rock hunting. You betcha, kid. You betcha. How is the family? How's everything going over there? Start of the work week. It is Monday. It's Monday morning here, Eastern Standard Time. We are 47 minutes past the hour of 6 a.m. EST. And you're starting your day off with Cup of Joe live with the Astute Tourist. We appreciate you guys for coming in. Tomorrow morning, we're going to talk about the second half of our Watkins Glen trip. And then I took a bunch of video. Now, mind you, I was drinking during some of this filming. So I'm going to do my best to make sure that we have something we can present. You know what we need to do? Can I do it this way? I may be able to do it this way. The new A Revolutionary Minute came out. Did you guys catch that? Did you catch it? Want to watch it? Let's watch it.
Tourist, and this is a Revolutionary Minute.
It was April 19th, 1775, when tensions between the American colonists and the British Crown reached a boiling point. The British had imposed oppressive measures on the colonists, and a sense of resentment was brewing in the air. As the midnight hour struck, Paul Revere, William Dawes, and Samuel Prescott set out on their legendary midnight ride, spreading the word that the British were coming. Their mission, to warn the colonial militias and to protect the stockpile of weapons hidden in Concord. On Lexington Green, a small group of militiamen led by Captain John Parker stand resolute. They know their actions today will reverberate throughout history. Suddenly, the distant sounds of drums and the clattering of hooves grows larger, heralding the arrival of the mighty British force. Meanwhile, a few miles away at the North Bridge in Concord, another crucial moment unfolds. The British, determined to seize the colonists' hidden munitions, march with haste. However, word spreads like wildfire, reaching the ears of local patriots who rally to protect their rights and freedom. As the British redcoats approach the North Bridge, the colonists, armed and ready, stand firm. The tension reaches its breaking point. Suddenly, a single shot echoes through the air, igniting the spark of revolution. The battle erupts with both sides exchanging fire and determination. The fate of a nation hangs in the balance. Although outnumbered, the colonists refuse to yield. Their unwavering spirit fuels their resolve to defend their land and rights against the mightiest empire in the world. Eventually, the British redcoats find themselves outmatched. Forced to retreat under the relentless pressure of the Patriots, the tide is turned and a sense of victory fills the air. The colonists' fierce determination and guerrilla tactics forced the British troops into a hasty retreat from Concord. Along the way, they faced relentless resistance from the colonists, who fired upon them from behind trees, walls, and fences. The battles of Lexington and Concord marked the first significant military engagements of the American Revolution. They serve as a testament to the bravery and determination of ordinary men and women who dared to challenge the status quo, forever shaping the destiny of a nation. Join us next time as we uncover more incredible stories from history. Until then, remember that the battles of the past remind us of the sacrifices made for the freedoms we cherish today. I have it, a Revolutionary Minute. Go over to our channel, The Astute Tourist, our YouTube channel, and check it out. That's episode 3. Can check out the other 2 episodes on our channel. We appreciate your support and are much appreciative of all of you folks. Thank you for coming in today. It's been a hoot. Happy anniversary, Dawn, to you. How many years you said? Going back 17 on August 6th. So we'll make sure that we celebrate that. Thanks, Denise. Thank you. I think I'm getting better at it. I hope I am. Your son turns 32 on August 6th. Is that the same date? Denise, you asked, did you go skinny dipping? Did y'all go skinny dipping? Who are you talking to? You talking to me? I didn't go skinny dipping. You don't want to see that. Yikes. Yeah, no, we did not go skinny dipping. I brought my bathing suit. I was gonna go in the big lake there, but yeah, no. Skinny dipping. My days of skinny dipping are over, kid. If I can lose about 50 pounds, maybe I will. Even then, who knows? My days of looking like Atlas have come and gone. Um, you're cracking me up. Oh, that's so funny. Colleen and I said yesterday on the ride home, like I said, it's about an 8-hour ride. So we had a lot of time to talk. Excuse me. And we're like, we got to get ready for the cruise. We need to lose a bunch of weight. So today starts my fat-free diet, my sugar-free diet. We have gators. You'd come out of the lake having a squat, right? Yikes. Yeah, the nice thing about up here in the north is most of the lakes, well, not most of them, all of them do not have gators. So you can swim in a good portion of the lakes here, and they're really clean. Seneca Lake was real nice. I did not get in the water, though. And he says, I gained 50 since our last cruise. Yeah, I need to lose as much as I can, so... we all want a cheery, quick laugh. Check out my community post. Funny picture I just posted. Yeah, go on over to New Beginnings, My Everyday Life in Rural Cyprus. Check out Dawn's page. She does all kinds of stuff. A beautiful soul from over there, and she goes live a few times a week. So I try to catch her when I can. I'm usually at my desk at work, but I do my best to try to catch everybody. So I appreciate you guys for coming in. Don't forget PMA, Positive Mental Attitude. PMA will definitely save your day. And I know I say this every time, but when I tell you that I'm living proof that it works, it really does. For those of us that are in the business, first responders and healthcare workers in that, we deal with a lot of stuff that most everyday people don't have to deal with. And sometimes that takes a toll on your body, mentally and physically. And sometimes the memories of those things can they'll weigh on you like baggage full of stones hanging off of you, and it can take its toll. And without having positive thinking in my life, I don't know where I'd be today. You know, talking with people, professionals helps as well, but it was my lovely, beautiful wife that is the one that taught me that adopting a positive mental attitude and a positive thinking into my life, it pushed all of that negative energy away. I learned about energy and frequency in that. So when I tell you that I'm living proof that it works, it really does work. So try to employ that every day. Try to make a difference in somebody's day. Make a difference by smiling at them, saying a kind word, shaking a hand. We never know what somebody's going through. Everybody has a different story. Some people are doing good in their days. Some people having a tough time, and you just never know. You could look at 10 people in a supermarket, and everybody has a different story, and you never know what they're going through. So you may change somebody's day for the better. And don't forget to thank a first responder. Think about them. Keep them in your prayers every day. The men and women of the fire service, the police department, healthcare workers, our EMS folks. They're all keeping us healthy and safe, and keeping us on the roads and all of that healthy, and safe. So let's make sure that we think of them and keep them in our day. Don't forget our men and women of the armed forces. They're on that proverbial wall every day, protecting us and keeping from harm. And last but not least, going into my my Revolutionary Minute. Look at that beautiful red, white, and blue flag behind me. I love that flag and I respect it. That flag is worth more than the cloth it's printed on. And think about the people that came before us that have died. They've given the ultimate sacrifice to protect that. But it's not just a flag, of course. It's an idea. It's an ideal. It's a way of life. It's freedom. It's liberty. So let's make sure that you guys fly that flag if you're from the United States. And whatever country you're from, be proud of the flag that you have and respect it. And fly the flag where you're from. JNS Adventures are here. Good morning. Thank you, Jeremy and Cheryl. I appreciate you guys. Mr. Tranquilla was here. Good morning, Mr. T. I hope you're doing well. We're getting ready to get out of here, but I appreciate you, my friend, and thank you for coming in. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. We're going to do it all over again. And I'll give you part 2 of our trip to Watkins Glen, New York, out to wine country. So that's going to do it for me. My name is Jimmy. I'm your astute tourist. I want to wish everybody peace and love from deep down in your heart, my heart, your heart. We'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.